Wow. Guys, hey, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today we're building a really awesome system. Take a peek at it. Let me know what you think. If you like what you see, make sure to hit that like button. If you like what you see even more, hit that sub button. And we'll see you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday over at twitch.tv/Stince, where we build these PCs you see right here live at 10 a.m. Eastern, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at twitch.tv/Stince. See you soon. Good morning. Here we are. All right, I'm gonna pop this G Fuel, which I'm glad. I've never had this one before. I have not had this one. I love the Sonic cannon. Look at that. Can we throw back the Sonic? Can we throw back the Sonic? Look at that. Yeah, look how awesome that is. That's sick. This is the Peach Rings G Fuel. Wow, that's crazy. You guys have had the peach gummy rings? It tastes exactly like it. It tastes exactly like it. It's crazy. People rolling in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everybody's having a beautiful morning. Let's talk about, again, what we have right here. We have the 10850K. Thank you for that. A little mistake. I had a typo in the title today. 10850K, 10-core CPU from Intel. Obviously, the other big staple of this system right here is the RTX 3070 from Gigabyte. Put this all on the beautiful, beautiful Z490 white Vision board from Gigabyte. That's a beautiful motherboard there. We've got 32 gigs of Team Nighthawk white RGB RAM, running at 3600 megahertz. Beautiful looking RAM. We got a crucial 2 terabyte P1 NVMe M.2 SSD. Got some white braided cables. We got our Zoomflow Snow AIO CPU cooler. And we're putting this all in the beautiful white Air Mesh or Air 900. I'm sorry, from Montech. Beautiful looking case. So, without further ado, and stuff falling off the top of here, we're gonna start taking stuff down. That way, Travisteez can't make a meme video like you probably will right from that little thing falling off the side. You guys see this thing? That's a beauty. That is the Z490 goodness right there. The Vision board from Gigabyte. It's a new series I started. I love them. This one, the Strix from Asus, and the Strix Prime are the three really white motherboards you have, other than NZXT's really blocky looking board, which just kind of has a little bit of a similarity to. Not quite, but there's a slight similarity. Like I said, we are using the 10850K. This is a 10-core little monster, so you can actually overclock this to get pretty darn close to what the 10900K is. But obviously the 10900K can take it a little bit further as well. So, but for the budget, this is a fantastic i9 board, or i9 CPU. I'm sorry. And then obviously with this board, it's a perfect little combo. Because this board, the BIOS are all white. It's really nice. Oh, the vertical joysticks are coming out from Mr. Hollywood Bob. Hollywood Bob's PC is on its way. So isn't Halifax's PC. Those are some big boxes. We got our fingers crossed and hopeful get there quickly and safely. Those are some big 55-pound 24 with 24 boxes. So they're pretty big. Some big old honking boxes. Handoffs are all looking good. Another GPU question, Stince. How much difference is a 10 gig versus 8 gig? It depends, Buckhead. If you're talking about 4K gaming, yes, it is. If you're talking about 1080p gaming, minimal. When you're running a 10, so the big thing about here, let's talk about this real quick. So when you guys are playing 1080p games, the amount of VRAM is nearly the same as it comes down to the core speed of the card itself and the memory. Those two things are what's going to drive those FPS up, not the amount of VRAM you have. Obviously, you want GDDR6 and faster RAM, but you want to look at the clock speed of the card and the boosting speed of the card. So when it boosts a lot faster than the other cards with the same amount of VRAM, it's going to run at a higher FPS. That makes sense to you? So the 8 versus 10 is only going to matter really when you're using more of the utilization of like 4K graphics, 8K graphics, 1440p. That's where that higher VRAM is going to help you be able to push more frames in those games. So hopefully Guess we're something new today. Oh, we got some pressure on him, chat. You hear that? One and three first. 1 and 3. RAM is super sick when installed. Yeah, this RAM is gorgeous, gorgeous RAM. Like I said, this is the Team Nighthawk. Guys, if you're new here, don't know who we are, what we do, we're Stince built. We build custom gaming PCs, editing PCs, you name it, for all budgets needs. Obviously, we work a lot in the streaming and gaming community here on Twitch. That's why we stream our builds here. We obviously rate people at the end of it too, make them have a great day. So, we're all about positive vibes, good vibes, and building a really good educational and technology channel here on Twitch. So there's that RAM. Look at that RAM. Here we go, chat. You ready? Oh, certified beauty. Yeah. It is. This is a nice case. So the great thing I love about this case is it's white. Obviously, it's white out. It's different. You haven't seen this case on the channel yet before. So let's zoom in a little bit. So right here, these panels right here, it's like strip all the way down the middle right here. You see this like little, that's an RGB strip all the way down the side right here. So on both sides, this is all mesh right here on the side, so you have good intake. And then it has you can actually put a 360mm rad all the way up the front. And it's got all white interior. It's grommet. It's nice. This case only runs, I think, in the $60-$70 range. Fantastic case. Montech is, people, if you haven't heard of Montech yet, guys, you're sleeping on that company. They're really, really growing quickly. I think they're on par with like Deep Cool products, which I know me, I love Deep Cool products around the channel. Like I say, only one bad thing about Montech is the fact that they come from overseas. They come from like, I think either Taiwan or China. Taiwan. They come from Taiwan. So I have had 1 or 2 cases. I've ordered probably 30 to 40 cases from Montech. I'm clipping a little bit. I'm sorry. I probably ordered 30 or 40 cases from Montech. I've had 2 or 3 that bottom have a little bit dents in it. Nothing I can't fix. So we have this. You guys are gonna laugh. I have this, but then in case, I have this. I can make it right again. We don't like to do it, but we can. So we actually fixed 2 cases before with small little dents in the bottom, like at the bottom of the frame. Be able to fix it, but before we put the board in, we have to actually install the standoffs. They don't give you all the standoffs pre-installed here at Montech. They have it set up for, it was called an ATX Slim, which doesn't utilize all of the standoff screws. So we're gonna put these standoffs in that you see right here, and right here. Motherboard's got some weight. That RAM is heavy. Ooh, thick RAM modules. There it is. She's pretty. Make sure that standoffs are all nice and tight is a big thing to check. Other than that, everything else is great on it. So look at that. You want to see that, chat? Look how beautiful that's going to look here when we get the everything dialed in. Look at that. That's what you want to see, right, Token? Token's like, give me. All right, so we got to pop off this front shroud. Or pull it off to the side gently because we don't want to hurt any of the connections that are terminating up top here at the top. We want to make sure it's off to the side that we can access everything easily. Pull some of the excess cable out here. They got some nice little Velcro straps built in the back, as you can see. Help keep all the wires nice and neat when they ship it to you. Nice little thing that they add to it. We want to make sure we can move this to the back here. When we put the AIO in the front, it's a little bit easier. Give you a nice little filter. Since we're not using the cage, actually, before we do this, we're going to take off the cage, chat. We have the cage on the bottom. The AIO we got to take off. From the bottom of this, we have 4 screws holding this hard drive cage. We are not utilizing the hard drive in this one, nor is the client, because he's got a 2 terabyte NVMe drive. It's plenty of storage. All right, guys, time to mount this front mount AIO. All right, chat, let me move this aside so you can see a bit more what we're doing. For pretty much right now, we're just we're obviously plugging in all our fans right now, running all the fan wires. There she is. There's our front mount AIO. So you can see that. All the beautiful white fans pulling into the system. Looks good, right? That's into the spot right there, chat. We're gonna go like this. White cable's gonna go over the top into the cooler through here. We're gonna have the graphics card. It's gonna sit right here. Then we're gonna have white coming out of the bottom for the graphics card. Oh, it's gonna be pretty. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere, chat. We're gonna address some of these cables back here. Trying to dial them in. There's a lot of cables. These are the factory cables. There's a lot there. So we're trying to dial that in right now. I'll explain what we're doing. So right here, all these cables down the middle, we're zip tying on this row. On this row here, that way we can put our braided cables in easier for our main cable, and our braided cables for our graphics card will go in right here. When we make this a little bit neater in here, is it's easier down the line. Now all these cables we already hooked in. These will hook into. We've got our USB, we've got our HD audio, and then we got our front power. So that's the white cable we like. People love that little white cable look. But those white cables, these are link up. These are link up cables. They're a fantastic cable for the price. They run about $40-ish, I think. Use TFORCE link up. Easy DIY. If we don't get anything from Cable Mod, it's definitely made for an end consumer. Get all of our power lines run. We're gonna pull out our power supply. You guys know our power supply that we like to use here. Big fan of these ThermalTake Rams. These are fantastic power supply. Some people hate ThermalTake because like years ago they had some bad reps. These are the higher end components. They have a 10-year warranty. They're really good. Next is going to be our power for our graphics card. We're just clipping off the little or twist ties I have on here. It's a lot easier than sitting here and undoing it forever. And we're going to do our typical, we call it our cable extension crimp. That's what we do for all of our cable extension. Crimp it like that. So we need much space. Plenty of space there. We'll take that, we'll clip it, and then we'll just give it a nice little zip tie real quick. There, chat. All our beautiful white fans are in there. Just got to run them all together. Run the power. Go over here and get one last little piece of what we need. Got a Gigabyte OC WindForce. Beautiful looking little card. Thick boy, chat. Let me give you that close-up angle. Oh, you got the close-up. There you go. Look at that thick boy. He is. It's a thick boy right there. It's a thick boy. I want it. Alright, chat, let me get the 2 screws we need for this one real quick. Pop these bad boys in. Ready to run these beautiful white braided cables in, these 16 AWG cables in. Nice and firm. Put it right in. One. There it is. All right. Gotta run our power up to these real quick. Just perfect. They're right here. This worked out perfectly with the size of the cable that I crimped earlier. I zip tied. Chat, we're gonna be ready to boot her up here in literally about 5 seconds. All right, chat, you ready for this thing? You ready?
Guys, thanks for another awesome video. Thank you for stopping in and showing us some love here on our YouTube channel. If you like what you see, make sure to hit that like button. If you like what you see even more, hit that sub button. And remember, we build these PCs you see live here on our